If you want to see exactly how we transform a single hour-long video into dozens of scroll-stopping TikTok clips that actually drive real traction, stick around right now, because I'm about to walk you through the entire process, step by step. We'll cover everything from recording that raw content to slicing it into those perfectly snackable pieces. Then we jump into scheduling it out, and yes, we will absolutely show you what the real-world results look like when you execute this the smart way. Now, a quick note before we dive deep. We are not talking about some high-end, expensive production setup here. Most of the time, we are actually shooting straight on an iPhone, keeping everything messy and completely real. We let the system do the heavy lifting after the fact, so stay with me as we film a quick sample. We'll then edit it, prep the entire campaign, and by the end you'll see how much faster this entire creation process can be. This is possible when you finally use a tool that genuinely understands long videos and the short-form ecosystem it feeds into. Alright, let's talk about why we are shooting this specific segment outside today for our test run. The reason is simple. Context really matters for a great hook. If you are making content for gamers or any niche with its own language and inside jokes, you absolutely must speak their specific language. So for this particular run, we are using a very simple, slightly provocative hook phrase, the famous touch grass. Gamers immediately get that reference, it's funny, and it's just controversy adjacent enough to grab attention. That specific phrase is our attraction anchor. It's the thing that stops the initial scroll dead in its tracks. But the actual core point of today's demonstration is not the physical controller we are showing off. The real focus is how we take just 5 to 10 minutes of raw, imperfect footage and make it do the work of 10 different creatives. Whoever's behind the camera simply goes through a couple of takes, hits record, improvises a bit, and captures the truly authentic stuff. We're looking for that packaging reveal, maybe some thumbstick drama, or even those little unplanned oops moments. Those genuine flubs are absolute gold for short-form video because they make the whole experience feel incredibly human. Now, let me break down our essential creative structure for you, because this is the mental model you should be copying exactly. We dramatically call this the creative X structure. First is the attraction anchor, that initial hook that absolutely stops the scroll, whether it's controversy, shock, or a really bold claim. Second is the value voyage. This is the meat of the video where you demonstrate the product, show the problem and solution, or deliver the joke that keeps them watching. And finally, the CTA, or call to action. This is the required finish that clearly points the viewer to what they should do next. The goal is to keep this entire sequence short, punchy, and highly repeatable for every piece of content. When recording your raw material, always keep the footage vertical unless you have a very specific, compelling reason not to. Keep your individual takes deliberately short and don't overthink your lines too much. Just state your key points clearly, then immediately move on to the next thought. Film several variations of the same idea, same hook, but maybe a different product angle or a different person talent. You are not aiming for 5 completely distinct creatives from one session, you just need different hooks and minor line variations to splice in later. This smart approach allows you to test messaging constantly without unnecessarily burning through your marketing budget on extra shoots. Okay, so we've now shot those few minutes of raw, authentic video footage. Here is precisely where so many dedicated creators waste an absolutely massive number of hours every single week. They manually scrub through all the footage, drag files into their editing suite, make the exact same crop 10 different times. Then they export all those different versions separately, and finally they take the time to schedule each one across every single platform. Look, that manual process is perfectly fine if you genuinely love spending time on busy work, which is fair enough. But if your goal is true scale and efficiency, you need automation that inherently understands where the genuinely viral moments hide. This is precisely the moment where a specialized tool like this one starts to pull demonstrably ahead of the competition. I know there are other editing solutions out there promising amazing results in the market today. Some of them might even have decent editing interfaces, and others promise these magical viral templates for quick results. However, most of those other options tend to fall straight into a few very predictable, frustrating traps. They become incredibly clunky when you try to upload those lengthy, long-form source videos that you want to clip from. They often force you to manually chop up every single segment, which defeats the entire automation purpose. Their built-in scheduling capabilities are usually quite limited, or, frustratingly, non-existent for bulk publishing. Or, the worst offense, their so-called automatic suggestions are often too generic and totally fail to match your specific channel's unique voice. On top of that, many of them charge a premium price for features that you will honestly never end up using frequently. This platform, on the other hand, is purpose-built for one singular goal, taking those long videos and instantly turning them into short platform-ready posts. You achieve this without having to constantly babysit the entire production process from start to finish. The 3 core features we lean on every single day are auto-editing viral clips, the powerful auto-schedule function, and the content calendar view. These aren't just empty marketing buzzwords. They fundamentally change and improve your entire workflow for the better. Let's walk through the practical, repeatable flow that we follow religiously, and this is the sequence you can easily copy. Step 1, upload the long-form source video directly into the system. We simply dump the raw footage, maybe it's a full YouTube podcast or a 40-minute product demonstration, right into the tool. The system then immediately scans that entire file and highlights moments based on high energy markers. This includes things like audible laughs, noticeable peaks in volume, or phrases that perfectly fit top-of-funnel hook criteria. This pre-scanning feature completely saves us from having to mindlessly watch the entire recording ourselves. Step 2 is letting the software automatically pick the clips that show the highest viral potential. Instead of guessing and wasting time, the system provides you with 15 to 30-second segments that are statistically likely to perform well. You can quickly preview each one, make minor adjustments to the in and out points if necessary, or add a quick digital zoom or crop. Instantly, the tool generates platform-safe versions, meaning vertical, square, and horizontal formats are all ready to go. Now compare that speed to manually cutting the identical clips in a standard editor like CapCut. That old way took an hour per creative. This new method takes you from raw material to ready to post clips in mere minutes instead of hours. Step 3 is ensuring the final product still sounds genuinely like you, the creator. A huge error creators make when automating is allowing their unique voice and personality to get completely washed out in the process. This platform doesn't just take over everything, it hands you the curated clips, but you remain the final decision maker. You still choose which angle is funnier, which single line works best as the primary hook, and what overlays to add. We particularly like adding a reply comment overlay, mimicking those common TikTok replies on screen, to add context and curiosity. This tool makes adding that type of text and graphical element feel fast and completely native to the platform's aesthetic. The key is that it must look organic and genuine, not like a cheap, tacked-on template from 5 years ago. Step 4 is the frequently underrated superpower, the auto-schedule and push function. You simply input your desired posting cadence, for instance, 3 clips every week, and the scheduler automatically populates your calendar. You can truly set it, confirm the plan, and then largely forget about the daily grind of publishing. The alternative involves manually exporting, then painstakingly uploading each file to every single respective platform individually. That entire manual process means you are always praying you don't miss those crucial peak posting times for each network. Some other tools claim they have scheduling, but they often still require you to upload files one by one or severely limit bulk publishing capability. This system bundles all those necessary outputs cleanly together in one unified hub for immediate deployment. Step 5 is utilizing the content calendar as your absolute command and control center for the whole campaign. From here, you can simply drag and drop clips to instantly reassign them to a different date on the schedule. You can add in custom captions for each post right there, and even set slightly different text variations for TikTok versus Instagram versus Shorts. That final platform-specific customization is incredibly powerful for optimizing engagement on each network. When you have a dozen different clips derived from just one long session, that calendar stops being a simple spreadsheet and becomes your actual content machine. Let's revisit our practical example. We uploaded that 8-minute raw take into the system. It immediately suggested 6 strong clips, all perfectly sized between 15 and 30 seconds long for maximum impact. One clip featured the satisfying packaging reveal. Another highlighted the line about the magnetic lid feature. We also got one highlighting the mouse click trigger explanation, and a humorous one where the talent fumbled trying to reattach a thumbstick. From those 6, we selected our top 3 favorites for immediate publishing, added that crucial reply comment overlay to the first one, and tweaked the zoom points. The zoom adjustments ensured that the creator's face always stayed perfectly centered and in frame across all the different crops. We then scheduled those 3 clips over the next 2 weeks, complete with captions optimized for that specific gamer audience. That single recording session alone created multiple essential testing variables without us ever having to go reshoot anything at all. Now, let's talk about paid advertising performance, because you need predictable variations to test effectively. This platform helps you generate consistent hook variations incredibly fast when you're running paid campaigns. Instead of paying production costs for 5 entirely different shots, you record one long session and extract 5 different hooks from it. This makes your entire ad testing matrix significantly cheaper to manage on a monthly basis. Competitor platforms might let you edit clips faster, but they often fail to help you produce the structured testing matrix or automate the distribution schedule. In practical terms, that difference is often the line between just breaking even on ad spend and actually finding a consistent winner. Here are some quick editing tips we apply religiously, no matter what specific tool we are using for the final assembly. Always aim to cut precisely on words of actual emphasis in the dialogue, not just at random points between sentences. Quick, sharp cuts are your absolute best friend because they dramatically boost viewer retention rates in short-form content. Do not hold a single static frame for too long in these formats. Keep the visual information constantly refreshing for the viewer. Incorporate small, subtle camera movements or gentle zooms to shift the viewer's focus organically throughout the shot. Always try to match the tempo of your jump cuts to the current trending music beat. Trends are crucial context. Use reaction overlays, like those comment boxes or emojis, very sparingly and intentionally. They are only effective when they actively add necessary context, not when they just clutter up an already strong visual moment. Also, and this is important, never be afraid to leave in that raw, unpolished element. Some of the absolute best performing clips we have ever published were the ones where the creator actually stumbled, laughed heartily, or fumbled a prop slightly. That inherent authenticity converts viewers because it's incredibly relatable, and this automation process actively preserves those moments. It keeps them intact instead of aggressively smoothing everything out into some unattainable idea of perfection. Finally, let's touch on metrics and how this system supports true scaling efforts. Once all those clips are scheduled and live, the content calendar view immediately shows you performance versus what is still queued up. If you notice one clip organically starting to pick up significant momentum, you can instantly boost it with a small ad spend. Crucially, you can then duplicate that winning hook structure with just a slight variation for your post the very next week. That entire iterative feedback loop, create, schedule, test, and then scale, is the true separator between consistent winners and one-hit wonders. So yes, we filmed outside, we kept the energy very real and human, and we let smart automation handle the intense mechanical heavy lifting. If you are completely tired of the editing doom scroll and repetitive tasks, this system is absolutely worth exploring. It doesn't just save you time, it fundamentally changes the way you approach every single recording session you ever do. Instead of recording for just one channel or one piece of content, you record for an hour and walk away with potential for a full month of published material. If you need something that helps you reliably find those viral micro moments and organizes your entire posting schedule visually, this workflow is what we use daily. Not every single tool will perfectly fit every creator's specific need, of course. Some people will always prefer that total granular manual control or maybe fancy custom After Effects compositions. But for the vast majority of creators who post frequently and genuinely want to scale without hitting creative burnout, this approach is a massive game changer. All right, now we are heading back inside to finish up the final assembly, apply the music, and officially cue these clips up for launch. If you want to see the next logical step, I will cover exactly how we tweak captions and optimize audience targeting for paid ads using these exact outputs in the next video. So drop a comment below right now if you are interested in seeing that complete upload to ad results loop. And if you appreciated this raw, behind-the-scenes walkthrough vibe, please remember to hit that like button for us. We will see you all in the next Edit Bay session very soon.